So, someone out there probably wanted me to make this video at some point. Well, to the one or more people who have been waiting for this video to ever come out, here's your little reward for being patient. I thank you for that. Now, I'm willing to defend Stripe and Trixie, because apparently, by a few people, they are known to be bad parents. I don't know why, especially Hidaki, since he made a fucking video about this, but I'm just here to defend them on this. Because in my own opinion, and everyone who thinks that they're bad is going to be shocked at this, I think they are both good parents. Now, so in this video, I'm going to go over everything they have done in terms of being parents. Some episodes, such as Barbecue and Veranda Santa that Stripe appeared in, and others that Trixie has appeared in, well, I'm not counting them since they're just mainly there in the episode, and they don't really provide any parenting that I could talk about. So, we'll just talk about the parenting part of the episodes. So I'm kind of just going to go back and forth between Stripe and Trixie. It really depends on what episode I have in mind. So let's get this out of the way. Library. You all probably know the iconic clip where Stripe actually does state that Muffin is not special. Like, that's out of context. But if you do watch the episode, then you'll know everything. So, about the beginning of the episode, Stripe actually does tell Muffin that she is the most special person in the world. Which, yeah, I know it was a pretty big mistake, but if you look at the ending and not the out-of-context clip, Stripe actually does explain that, well, she is important, but not to everyone. But she is important definitely to Stripe and Trixie. So, honestly, in my own opinion, this could be him fixing up a mistake that, well, he didn't mean to cause. Just saying. Next up is Muffin Cone. So, Trixie actually wants Muffin to stop sucking her thumb, and even when Muffin does get the cone that Trixie does put on her, she actually doesn't give up, which is pretty funny. But over time, close to the end of the episode, Muffin actually does, well, get over her hatred about the cone and actually learns how to actually accept it. Also, yes, the iconic chip scene, which is pretty funny, but it also explains why Trixie is even doing this in the first place. Also, yes, this is extremely relatable since all of us were kids, we all sucked our thumbs, and we had to stop, because, well, except one person that I know who still does it, don't worry, I won't mention you. I don't know anybody else who still sucks their thumb, but we need to grow up. Very understandable, really. Next up for Stripe is actually going to go to the sleepover episode, where Muffin is definitely at her craziest. Where in that episode, Muffin was being very tired and acting almost drunk. I'm not kidding, Muffin almost acts like she's drunk in the episode. Now, in the episode before she actually hangs out with Bluey and Bingo, Stripe does explain that she's getting out of the habit of sleeping during the day, which we all have probably been through with. Okay, maybe not everyone, but at least mostly everyone that I know. So, again, pretty understandable since, well, we all had to get through it at some point. Okay, you know what? While we're on the topic of Stripe, I have a really good reason why he's a good dad. We're talking about the episode Horsey Ride. When Socks finds Polly Puppy, by the way, before she actually started to walk and talk, she actually started to play and gnaw on it, biting anyone who comes close. Now, this is very relatable to literally any dog playing with like a chew toy or something. I mean, if anyone comes close and your dog, or any dog really that you know, tries to actually, well, growl or even bite at you, this is very relatable. Hell, she even nearly bites Stripe's finger in the process. And if any of you have seen the episode, you all know what I'm about to say next. When Bluey, Bingo, and Muffin play around with Bandit and Stripe as horses, and they even try to set up an actual fucking wedding, just so that Bluey can get Socks' attention to stop playing with Polly Puppy and join the wedding. Even though Stripe does kinda bail on the wedding and runs around the house, even at one point when Bingo and Muffin actually tackle Stripe just so that Socks could be distracted, Bluey does take Polly Puppy and Stripe actually winks at her. Now, if that isn't dedication, then I don't know what is. Just think of him willing to play along just so that Bluey can get her toy back. Now, that's what I call a good deed, but that's him being genuinely a good parent. Now, I know it wasn't towards Muffin and Socks, but you get the idea. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna finish Stripe first since I am actually on his character's wiki just for the episodes that he's in, and I'm only counting the ones where, by my memory, he has done something parenting related. Okay, for Squash, even the episodes focused on Bluey and Bingo with Bandit and Stripe, well, I thought I'd give it a quick mention. For Stripe not willing to give up and just Bingo trying to help him win the game, well, I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. Nice job. Also, he was willing to let Muffin paint Stripe and Stumpfest just so that Pat, Stripe, and Bandit could chop the stump down that they used as a nail salon. That's it. As for the episode Ice Cream, I don't know, I guess it was just him being nice. I haven't seen the episode in a while, but that's all I have to say. Okay, before I talk about the last episode for Stripe's part, I want to quickly mention him in the video game. Stripe allowed Muffin to play around with Bluey and Bingo so that way they could save Muffin pretending that she's a princess, and, well, that's about it really. He had a good time. Okay, now for the final episode for Stripe's part, Facey Talk. Okay, Muffin, stealing your dad's phone is not a good thing. And in fact, as I hate to say this, okay, I'm actually happy that Disney cut this scene out, but at one point, Muffin even ran into the bathroom when Trixie was in it. That's pretty damn bad. I'm actually happy they cut that scene out. Thank you, Disney. That's the only time I'm ever going to thank you for cutting out a Bluey episode. Sorry for the awkward cut, but I'm using this on voice memos, not on the voice recorder. So, anyway, Stripe, it's understandable why, Muffin had too long to actually use the phone, since Stripe probably had to use it himself. I mean, yes, I know, he did literally chase Muffin around, but hey, parents have been through this before. Kids, including us at one point, we've all done something pretty bad. Keep in mind, I haven't actually seen the episode itself, so I'm only going off of clips I saw online. I know at the end of the episode, Stripe and Trixie actually do talk it out, so that's something. You know what? I actually don't really have that much more to say for this video. I did look up some other episodes, and, well, that's really all I can bring up. Stripe and Trixie are not bad parents. I don't know why you all are just saying that they are. Yes, Muffin and Socks are not the most stable children, but they're young. Socks is like close to 2 now, and Muffin is almost 4. Besides, Muffin's the more crazier one, and Socks is really sweet and kind. Well, later on when she started walking and talking, but keep in mind, they're just kids. They'll get out of this behavior someday and be like Bluey and Bingo, for example. Until Hadaki made that video, I didn't watch it, by the way. I don't give a shit. I actually don't know why people think that Stripe and Trixie are bad people. Was it because of that video giving them a bad reputation? Or was it maybe just because they actually saw something that I didn't? But after all the proof I gave to you all, then, yeah, I don't know why you all think Stripe and Trixie are bad parents. They're good parents. I wouldn't really say they're grand like Chili and Bandit, but they're definitely good, for sure. They don't have anything bad as far as I'm aware of. Sure, they might have maybe a couple bad things, but they're more than willing to patch up and actually make up their mistakes. And with that is all for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see y'all later with whatever we do next time, and that'll be all for now.